Do you guys ever get a gift for somebody and then after getting them the gift, you then kind of want one for yourself? If it's something you don't already have, obviously, you know, it's like now that you got that for somebody else, you're kind of convinced that that's a pretty cool item and you want one for yourself as well. So that happened to me. I purchased a Case peanut, specifically the model My First Case peanut, for the birth of my son. I wanted to buy a pocket knife for him that I would be able to give him once he's of age to know how to safely use it and appreciate it. So I'm just going to hold on to it for the next several years until he's ready for it. But I wanted to have a knife that I could tell him, I bought this when you were born and you need to hang on to this. I had one Case knife before that. It was the Trapper Lock. It is the Trapper Lock, I should say. I still have it. And I really like that knife. It is a beautiful knife. It's a very, I'll say, fancy knife, not in the terms of it only has cosmetic value. It has lots of utility value, but it's a good looking knife. The fit and finish on it is really nice. Nice polished steel bolsters, very pretty wood material. I'm sorry, bone. It's a bone material for the grips. Anyway, I like the knife a lot, but it's just a little bit big. When I bought it, I really thought I would carry it more than I have, and it's just been a little bit big. So when I bought my son his first Case knife back a couple of months ago, I thought, man, I really like that little peanut size and shape. So I bought my own. I really like the peanut model from Case. I know there are so many different models out there. A lot of you guys are a lot more knowledgeable about this stuff than I am when it comes to Case knives, but I'm starting to feel myself get kind of pulled into the Case rip current, if you will. I've been very much if it's not Spyderco or Victorinox, I'm probably not going to carry it kind of guy, because those are just two brands I really like. There are lots of great brands out there. Those are the two I really like. But lately, I've been feeling kind of the siren song from Case and Sons Cutlery. Just some quick impressions on this. I'm not going to go through a whole lot of the specs because it's stuff you guys can easily look up. But as you'll see, the peanut model here offers, it's a two-bladed model. It does have the bolsters on each end that are vertical. They're not slanted. I definitely prefer the vertical bolsters over the slanted bolsters. The material on this is called rough black. Rough black. And from what I understand, this is also known as a gum fuddy knife. And it's a material, it's basically an extremely hardened rubber material. It doesn't feel rubber at all when you hold it. It feels like it could be bone or a very dense wood. It doesn't feel like rubber at all. But it's a material that Case discovered they could use for the materials on their grips, on their knives, during, I believe, one of the World Wars. I'm thinking it was during the Second World War, when they were trying to come up with a material they could use for their grips that wasn't going to be in short supply, and this was something they found that worked quite well. I really like this knife just for its size and shape. The steel on Case knives is not a super steel. It's not a great steel. Some would argue it's not even really a very good steel. And I guess I do agree with that. I think at this point we have so many great steels available to us. I think it would be nice to see Case step into the 21st century as far as their steels go. This is a company with a lot of history. The history goes way back with Case knives. But I would like to see a better steel offered. for these knives. That being said, they're still very sharp knives, okay? And if you have any kind of a fundamental knowledge on sharpening basics, you can get a good edge on these knives, guys. It's not a hard task. It's very similar in my mind to the same kind of steel that we have with, say, Victorinox. It is a stainless steel that will dull quickly, but at the same time, you can also sharpen it pretty quickly as well. This one's got a very nice edge on it. I did a few passes on my Spyderco sharp maker, and it's great. But this is just a really nice model. I like the size, the weight, the width, and the finish. Again, this is the Peanut. Just to give you a quick size comparison, I just have, let's see, in my pocket I just did a video review on this. Here's a Victorinox Mini Champ. All right, so there's kind of a size comparison for you. The Peanut, I purchased this one in person from Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and I'm thinking it cost me I want to say maybe 45 or 46, something along those lines. And it's just a nice finished knife. Very unassuming, very traditional, you know, two-handed opening, closing, that whole deal. Definitely not a knife that's going to offend or frighten anyone. This is the exact same style of knife that our dads and our dads' carried. So, just my impression. I'm getting in, like I said, I'm getting pulled into the case knives world rather quickly. I can feel myself getting more and more interested in these beautiful little blades. So, just thought I'd give you guys my impression. Hope you found it interesting. We'll see you next time.